This is the before video for my garage revamp. All right, let's look at what we got going on here. We've got a filing cabinet, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. We've got boxes that are very inefficiently packed, a very poor use of space. We've got these nasty wooden shelves that I really don't like. And I'm gonna be getting rid of those. In this corner, we have the shelving units, which the shelves are good. I'm gonna try and make better use of the space on them. Not happy with where the garbage bins are. I think what I wanna do is get these shelves out of the corner, put a garbage bin there and possibly another garbage bin here. The car would normally be right up the middle here. And I think, I'm gonna have to test this, but I think if I put one bin in this corner and the other bin in this corner, I'll still be able to get the car through. And then the nice thing is if I have the opening facing this direction, I'll have the ability to walk down and dump stuff into the garbage, which right now, the way that it is with the bins here, it's really tricky to get past there when the car is parked here and use the garbage bins. Plus then, basically to take the garbage bins out, I have to back the car out to get the bins around. So I think by having the bins at the back would give me the ability and probably pull the car a little bit more forward than I have been. Usually the car ends up probably about here. So yeah, this is about where it is based on where the bin is. So I would have the ability to move the car a little bit more forward to give room to get the bins out the back. So that's thing number one. Thing number two is rather than having shelves all spread out everywhere, this corner is gonna get a workbench. So this shelf has to go. And I thought about it. I actually have this thing done up in the packing tape is another set of these shelves. The set that I have is one size larger than these, but I measured this one and these two are the same. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do to start is we'll start with the garbage bins. Right next to the garbage bins, we'll put that big shelving unit, so right about here, and then the three smaller shelving units. These wooden shelves are gonna be completely gone. Also, I'm gonna get rid of the wooden shelf on this side too, because it's just as nasty and ugly. So get rid of the shelves. The plastic shelving units, I am going to be bolting them to the wall so they don't fall over, because the intention is, rather than having loose stuff like we kind of have that really doesn't make a very good use of the shelf space, I actually have a couple of totes here, and actually the totes go really good on these shelving units and it's way more organized. So I'm gonna make use of the totes I've got, and I'm sure I can buy more, and just organize things better on these shelves. And then have basically the shelves lined up. And then because they're the basic same shelf, they'll also be top. Like rather than having these shelves here that are just taking up space, I'll have a full height of shelves, including space on top for light stuff. So that'll be good. The other thing that's nice about, or that I think is gonna be nice about using these standardized shelving units is if I decide, you know, they're probably gonna end about right here likely, just eyeballing it. And if I decide I want another shelving unit, they're just a standard Walmart, Home Depot purchase. Can just get another one and add right onto it. So that's gonna be what's happening back here is the shelves and the garbage bins. I'm gonna box up this stuff into the totes so that it will go on the shelves. And then I'll have more room for more stuff. And then like organize this loose stuff over here, like the spare flooring, figure out what's going on with the golf clubs and the suitcase. Well, the suitcase could probably go on top of a shelving unit. The filing cabinet, does filing cabinet work? Yeah. Is there anything in it? There's a question. Yeah, I could probably use this for drawers. You know what I could use this for is drawer unit for the workbench. There's a thought for like tools and stuff. That might work. So this area is going to get the workbench. This pink sitting bench is going to go to the dump one of these times. These boxes and empty guitar cases is stuff that's primed to go on the top shelves. So I haven't really fully fleshed out what the workbench area is going to be, but I want to put a workbench here. But the first step is to get this end of things sort of squared away and see what I've got. And then once this area is all cleared out, we start thinking about a workbench. So that is the before video. I'll give a couple of panoramas. Okay, stage 2 of the garage. I called an audible on the garbage bins. I had them both on either side like I thought earlier, and it would have worked, it would work, it could work, but it's just really tight getting the car in and out. So I think having the extra leeway on the driver's side to get in and out and not have to negotiate that narrow window between the bins is just gonna be better. But I do like the idea of the bins in the back corner, so that's what I've done. The shelves have been taken down. They're now over here for temporary while I get everything else together. I got the one wooden shelf down. These shelves, like whoever built this used whatever random screws from I don't know where. Like every screw is different. Half the screws are stripped. It was a bit of a pain to get as far as I have, but I am as far as I have. The next shelf to go up is the larger one that I had from before. So we're gonna get that going, and we'll give a pan of the garage just to see where we're at now. Taking another video, first shelf is in place. I think it's not gonna move. It's on there solid. Okay, stopping for some food. We've kind of got things sorted. We've got the two shelves are in actual where they're going. The first two are where they're going. The third one, I just put to see how far it's gonna come. And I actually think I've got enough shelves. I might put one more, but let's put this one in and see how I like it and decide if I'm buying one more. But I gotta take all this stuff off this top shelf and take the top shelf down. So I'm at a good stopping point. That's where I'm gonna stop, have some food, and get back at it after. Talk to you later. Okay, just had supper break. We're back in the garage. So the basic goal for today is to get this sort of area cleaned out and on shelves, because I've got to be able to bring the car in overnight. So I'll get as close as I can to that. Now, while I'm in, just to catch up, we've got these two shelves. They're bolted to the wall. This one's gonna be next. But to do that, I need to take down this wooden monstrosity. So I'll be doing that next. And I think at the end of the last video, I actually confused myself a little bit. I think I might have mentioned that I was thinking later that I'd buy another shelf for this space. What do you call that? I got another shelf for this space. So this is actually, when I get this one moved over here, it's basically gonna be fully utilized. And like, I'm actually very happy at that prospect. And I think if I look at this shelf, I think these are the same shelf. Do they even interlock? Is that how they work? Huh, I might have to do that. So this here and this here, I think interlocks with this. Huh, I think I have to build them like that though. That'll be interesting. Anyway, we'll see what that is. Anyway, so this is where we're at in this point of the build. Just a quick work in progress video. Well, here we are in front of the reorganized garage. So this is 5:45 on November 29th. So we have the shelves up, stuff on the shelves, a whole shelving unit left to put stuff in. I might reorganize some of it, some of the stuff on the last two shelves on the left. This stuff is sort of orderly now. Everything has a place. The garbage bins are where they need to be. I have a little bit of stuff in the back corner. The planks, I don't know what I'm gonna do with, but I got another plank there that's gotta go. So maybe next weekend I'll take the other plank down, cut them up and take them to the dump or something. Just view from the other side. So the garbage bins and the shelves and a wide open space that sitting bench has to go, and the workbench is gonna go in that corner eventually. Possibly next weekend's project. We'll see what is on the schedule, but I really like this. Now I get to go see if I think the car is gonna fit like this because the bins are still where they were as far as how far out they are. So I think it's gonna go. That's all we got left. This is what it looks like with the car pulled in. So it's cozy, but it's organized. And basically, like, you can get into the front couple shelves really easy. And the back two shelves are a slight bit of a squeeze, but there's not much on there that I need to get at in the winter. So I'm not too worried. We're good.